Okay. So what is the transaction code that we use to maintain forms or print layouts for standard transaction codes? That is NACE.
NC.
NACE is the transaction code. This is the transaction code. Here you can observe there are applications, different applications. V1 V1 is for sales, sales related applications like sales orders, right? V3 is for billing nothing but invoice.
For purchase orders, EF. EF is for purchase orders. What is the transaction code for purchase order? So for purchase
orders, what is the application?
EF.
EF.
What is the
transaction code for purchase orders? ME23 and ME21 is to create, ME22N is to change, and ME23N is to display. So if you want to configure any purchase order print layouts, you need to go to EF. And sales, you need to go to V1. For billing, V3. Shipping, V2. Like delivery. Like that. For every application we have a separate. For every functional module or functionality we have a separate application. For example, select V1. V1 is for sales, right? Now go to output types. What you can see here? All of these are output types, standard output types. Functional will also create custom output type. If you select any specific output type and go to this processing types, what you can find here? What you can find here? A program. What is this program? This is a driver program. This is a driver program. For standard forms, the driver programs are already created. What is this?
Smartphone name.
Form name, print form name. That might be Smart Form or Adobe Form. Right? Here we are going to configure that name. For example, we want some custom form. The standard functionality is not supporting our requirement. What we need to do?
Create our own.
We create our own form. And here we replace this standard form with our custom form. Where that form is being called in this driver program. Sometimes we need to enhance this driver program also. Right? This is nothing but some SE38 standard program. Go to SE38. This is a normal SE38 program. Somewhere here they will use this SSF function module to call the form. Let me how to find anything in the program. Use this magnifier symbol. In some systems you can see binocular symbol. Right? If you want to find something, click on this. Type your search keyword. I'll type SSF underscore search. That is not SSF is not being used. Let me try this one. FP underscore function module name. So for Adobe Forms, what is the function module we use in place of SSF?
FP underscore function module name.
Same functionality.
You provide
Adobe form name as input, and what it will return? Function module that is generated for Adobe form.
Okay.
Okay,
Clear?
clear?
Since
For this standard one, it is configured Adobe form. Adobe form is configured. That's why in the driver program they are using FP function module. If you find any standard program which is calling a smart form, you can find SSF function module. Right? For Adobe forms, what is the function module you use to call the Adobe form? FP underscore function module name. The purpose is same, to find function module that is generated in the current system. For Adobe forms also, function modules will be generated dynamically. The process of calling Adobe forms and smart forms are same. Okay, so here they are passing the form name and they are returning the function module name. And where they are calling this function module?
Adobe function.
Find next. Here
They
they are using a class method. They are using a class method to call the function module. For some bad implementation, in the else part they are checking some condition here. In else part you can see they are calling the function module. How they are calling? Are they calling any hard coded function module? No.
No.
First they are using FP function module name to read the function module available for this form, and they are calling that function module here using that variable, and they are passing inputs. Okay, they are passing the inputs. What is this interface? GS interface. These are the print parameters. What is GS underscore interface? This is the importing parameter of this form. We are going to pass all the data in the form of this importing parameter. If you double click on this, you can see the data declaration for this structure. It is a structure type, single record. Double click on this, double click on the structure. Observe here carefully. Within the structure we have two components, header and item details. If you observe header, what it is? Double click. It is a another structure they are using. So this is called nested structures, deep structures. What do we call these kind of structures? Deep structures. So in one structure we are calling another structure. We have added one more structure, like it's like a deep structure. Header data. Within the header data we have if you see this is a single record, work area like structure. If you, what is this? This is table type. That means within the structure we have added one table type. So how the records will be available in nested structures? So this is the header level data in a main structure, and within that we have one structure here, right? Single record. It will maintain one single record. Let me take different color for this. It maintains records like this. One header and one tabular format data, multiple records data. Similarly, one more record. Within that one another record, one header data. Second record. Within the second record, it will maintain one record, separate record, and corresponding item data in the tabular format.
right?
right?
So all these fields,
So all these fields will be having in a single structure.
So
So
usually
usually you can assume that structure can
only
accept only
record,
single
right?
record, right?
But when you
But when you make it as a deep structure, when you add table type within the structure, so in the deep structure you can maintain multiple records, but the header level will be only one.
Okay.
Okay.
So structures
So
are not
structures are
always
not
going to
always
accept
going to
single
accept
record.
single record.
If you add any
If you add any table type within the structure, you can populate multiple records to that table type structure. For example, item detail.
Clear?
Clear?
How you are going to
How you are
represent
going to
this?
represent this?
For example,
if you define any work area, how you are going to represent this? ls underscore data hyphen item detail. Is it internal table or structure? This ls data item detail, is it internal table or structure?
Structure type.
No, it is an internal table. It acts as a internal table. ls data hyphen item detail. Because where is it? Because it is a table type, right? Item detail. But
Yes,
what
sir.
is the reference structure we are taking? It is not a structure, it is a table type. It acts as a internal table. But this one, if you take like this, ls data hyphen
Structure.
header detail, it is a structure, single record, work area like structure. But when you are accessing item level detail, that is a table type.
Internal table.
So it acts as a internal table. To loop item level details, what you need to do? ls data hyphen loopet. You can use loopet statement on this internal table like structure. Okay. So just want to show how deep structures will be available. So we can populate multiple records to the deep structure. Okay. Clear? So here they are populating, they are taking one work area, even though it is a work area like structure, but it contains deep structures. In the deep structures we have table type. So that within this work area like structure we can populate multiple records. I'll show you how they will represent this. So for deep structures we populate data like this: header detailed hyphen field name. For item data we need to loop it to populate the data, like how we populate final structures. Okay, they are all gathering the data and populating the data to this function modules, this Adobe Form function module. Okay. If you want to change any, if you want to customize this, if standard is not suitable for us, if you need to customize it, what do you need to do? You need to enhance the driver program or copy this into a custom program and do your changes. Okay. You need to copy this standard driver program into custom program and copy your standard form into custom form and do your all the changes and go to where? NACE transaction code and go to that specific output type and replace this program and form with the custom driver program and custom form. Click on edit. You can change it. You can pass the new driver program and new form name. Okay. Observe here form type. PDF means it's a Adobe form. Smart form means
normal smart forms.
Whenever you see PDF, mostly that is a
Adobe form.
Adobe form.
Okay.
Okay.
This is very important.
This is very important. Please observe carefully. Let me see one more example. Let's see purchase order data. EF.
Go to output.
Go to output types.
We
have a standard output type NEU for purchase order printing. NEU for purchase order printing. Select this. Go to processing.
Here it is.
Here it is different. What is the output type we have? Print output. This is the program. Driver program.
And what is the form?
And what is the form?
Medruck
underscore
PO.
PO. What type of form it is?
Adobe form.
Adobe form.
For printout.
For printout. We have Adobe form. For fax.
What is the form we
What
have?
is the form we have?
Did they define any?
Did they define any type?
No.
They did
No.
not define.
They did not define either smart form or Adobe form.
This might be a.
This might be a SAP script.
What type of form?
What type of form it is?
For fax.
For fax output. They are using SAP script. Where can we open SAP scripts? What is the transaction code for SAP scripts?
SCC1.
SCC1
is for client copy. That's not for scripts. What is the transaction code for SAP scripts? SC78. Right?
71.
71 or 78? I don't remember. No one is
71,
using
sir.
scripts.
78 for smart forms.
No.
Smart forms.
Smart forms transaction code is smart forms. Display.
So this is a
SAP script.
Script.
Old format. Okay.
They are using it for
fax.
For printouts.
What they are using? Adobe
If you
form.
want to do-
If you want to do any customizations,
Copy this form.
copy this form.
Go to
Adobe Forms function module. Sorry, Adobe Forms transaction code. That is SFP. SFP is the transaction code for
Adobe Forms.
Adobe Forms. SFP.
And enter
your smart form name. Sorry, Adobe form name. Click on
Copy
copy to a custom Z Medruck PO. Copy it. I copied it
and
activate it. Do your changes and activate it. Simply
Replace
this form name with the custom
name.
form name. You can edit here.
Replace this.
Okay. Clear?
And if you want any
custom functionality,
you need
to enhance program also, or you need to copy program into one custom form. Custom program. Do your changes and replace this program here with your custom program. Okay. Clear? Let me see billing outputs. Output type printout. Billing printout. So these are all standard output types. Usually in most of the projects, your functional consultant will create a custom output type as per their requirement. For example, if you take this TM00, this is for invoice printout. Go to processing. So what is the print output? TM invoice form 01. Is it it is a Adobe form. It is a Adobe form. For fax, external send, for all of them, what are they are using? Adobe form output only. Okay. What do you mean by external send? Mostly for emails. To generate a email attachment. Same. If you want to do any changes, what you need to do? Copy the Adobe form. Copy it to a custom name.
apply your changes
and replace that form name here in specific output type.
Okay.
Okay.
Clear?
Clear?
Let me see
Let me see if any test data is
available.
available.
What is this?
What is this? What is the application? Billing,
For
right?
billing,
For billing,
the output type,
the output type is VF01. VF01 is the transaction code for billing.
02 is to
02
change
is
and
to
03
change
is
and
for
03 is
display.
for display. Let me take 02.
Billing change.
Billing change. So this is billing transaction code. Let me find any existing billing records.
Okay, no data
Okay,
available.
no data available.
Looks like they have
Refreshed the system,
complete
right? Complete system.
There is no data
There is no
available in the
data
system.
available in the system.
Yeah, now tell me
Yeah, now tell me what is that
transaction code that we
use
to
to
configure
configure
the
the
print layouts
print layouts
for standard
for standard
applications.
applications.
What is the transaction
What
code
is the
we use to
transaction code we
configure the
use to
print layouts
configure
for
the print
standard
layouts for
applications?
standard applications?
NACE.
NACE
Transaction code. And where we
that
configure that?
in
In
a
a specific
application and
application
a billing
and
type.
a billing type.
Okay,
Okay.
it's a very
It's
important
a very
interview
important
question.
interview question.
How can you
How can you
do changes
do
in
changes in
standard smart form or
standard
Adobe
smart form
form
or Adobe form
to add
to add
additional functionality?
additional functionality?
What is your answer?
What is your answer?
How can you
How
do
can you
changes in
do
the
changes in
standard
the standard
Adobe forms or
Adobe
smart
forms or
forms?
smart forms?
What is your answer?
What is your answer?
You can use any sequence.
What?
What?
Are you guys
Are you
listening to
guys
me or
listening to
just
me or just
till now what I have
till now what I
explained?
have explained? If we need to do any changes in standard print layouts,
What are the steps we
what are
need
the
to
steps
follow?
we need to follow? If we need to add any additional changes to one standard smart form,
So
so
you need to do?
what you need to do?
How can you add
How can you
these
add
additional
these
changes to
additional
the smart
changes
form,
to the smart form,
to the standard
to the
smart form?
standard smart form? I just
Guys.
explained you guys.
I don't know whether you
I
guys
don't know
are
whether you guys are
listening or not.
listening or not.
We need to copy
We
it
need to
into a
copy it
custom
into a
smart form,
custom
right?
smart form, right? We need to
Yes.
copy
standard
that
smart
standard
Cop.
form into one
smart form
custom
into one
smart
custom
form.
smart
Do
form
the
and do
changes
the
and we
changes,
need to
and we need
replace
to
that
replace
form name
that
here in
form name here in
output type.
Customize.
output type.
In place of
In place of in place
standard
of
smart
standard
form or
smart
Adobe
form
form,
or Adobe form,
we
we
Replace with the
enter
modified one. Custom.
custom
custom
form
form
after doing any
after doing
changes.
any changes.
Are you really able
Are
to
you really
follow?
able
Please
to
tell
follow?
me.
Please tell me.
If you are not able to
If you are not able
understand,
to
please tell
understand,
me.
please tell me.
Tell me, guys, are you
Tell
able
me,
to
guys, are
follow
you
it
able
or
to
not?
follow it or
This
not? This NACE
configurations.
configurations.
If you can
If
answer,
you can
then I
answer,
can
then I can
understand,
understand,
so that we can
so
skip
that we can
this and
skip
discuss
this
that
and
later.
discuss that later.
Are you able to
Are you able
follow
to
this
follow
concept
this
or not?
concept or
Whatever I
not?
have
Whatever I
explained.
have explained.
Are you able to
Are you
understand
able
or
to
not?
understand or not?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
So how to
to customize or how to do any changes in the smart form, standard smart forms or Adobe forms?
First, copy the standard form into our customized program. Then do whatever the changes we have to, and after that we need to modify the customized platform, smart form.
For example, if
In
you
the
take
place of original.
if you take the standard Adobe form, what we are doing
to
do the changes, what I'll do,
I'll go,
since it's a Adobe form, I'm going to SFP transaction code. If it is a smart form, go to smart forms transaction code. Copy this into one custom object. I've copied this and change it. Copy. So there is some issue in Adobe forms. There is some issue in Adobe form internal server. It's not working. Okay. So usually what we do, we copy this standard form into custom one, and do our changes and configure here. Let me check is there any smart forms available. Scripts also same thing. We need to copy into one custom script and do the changes and replace that standard one with the custom one. In S4HANA mostly we have Adobe forms. Let me find in ECC system. You need to understand this, guys. In projects, we regularly use this whenever we are working on the smart forms. Not every time we create a custom driver program and call the smart form or Adobe form. You need to understand this concept very well. NACE. Go to NACE. Now I am in ECC. Let me check is there any smart forms available. Go to billing, output types. In ECC we have scripts, I think. These are all SAP scripts, not smart forms even. These are all custom routines created by someone. We have all scripts here. Someone created a Adobe form, I think. Let me find one smart form. Invoice. This is also script. No, we have Adobe form only. So you got it right? How to do changes in standard objects? Copy it into custom one and do your changes. Okay? And configure, replace that standard form with the custom form. What you need to know? What is the application? What is the application and what is the output type? These details will be provided by functional consultants. Even you don't need to worry about replacing. Right? They will give you the application and output type. What you need to, like the functionality which we are going to implement. What is your role? Go to that output type.
Go to that output.
Go to that output type, select that output type and processing routines. In processing routines, you can find that program, print program. For printouts, what is the program? Fax. What is the program? So, for example, you are doing changes for printout. Observe what is the program, driver program and form available.
Take this form.
Take this form.
Copy into
If it is a smart form, go to smart forms and copy it. If it is Adobe form,
go
to Adobe form and copy this into custom form
and do
your changes and come back to NACE or just give that custom form name to the functional consultants. They'll replace here.
You don't need to
worry about it. Okay.
In place of
that standard functionality,
your
own functionality will work. Okay. Clear?
Sir. Clear.
But in the new projects, right? In new projects, everyone is creating Adobe forms. Even there is a smart form. Even there is a standard smart form. What we are doing? We are converting that smart form into which one? Adobe form.
So we
have that option to convert smart form into Adobe form. We can convert it into Adobe form. We can do some minor changes
to make it
work.
You
don't need to create from the beginning. If you already have a smart form and if you want to make it as a Adobe form, you don't need to create it from the beginning. You can simply convert that smart form into Adobe form and you can do minor changes. Okay?
Clear?
Clear.
So when we are working with Adobe forms, I'll show you that how to convert smart form into Adobe form. I don't think our forms will be available. Let me generate one empty form and I'll show you these options. You know how to debug smart form or Adobe form. How to debug it? If there is any ABAP statements in Adobe form or smart form, how can you debug that? Yesterday I have shown you, right? Go to the function module. Find for your code
module.
In global declarations or global initialization, your code will be available and keep a breakpoint over there. Find using this. For example, if you write some select statement, select star from Mara. Just find like that. Since there is no such statement, it is not able to find. Otherwise, it can find. Keep a breakpoint at that specific point wherever you want to debug. Okay. Keep a breakpoint and you can debug. Okay. Clear? Process same for both Adobe forms and smart forms debugging. Now we have a smart form. Let's say, so it's very important thing. Please observe carefully. In projects, you are not going to work with a simple smart form, right? It will be very complex with many elements in the form. Just like this. Just like this. If you observe this, how many things are here? There are a lot of data, right? There is a lot of data in specific format, right? Yes or no? With some signature, with some logos and everything. So when you are working in the projects, please observe carefully.
when someone asks you to do some changes in the existing smart form, when you are in support projects, our most common work is like doing some changes in the existing objects, right? Particularly when you working with the smart forms or Adobe forms, don't change it directly. Don't open the form, don't go to the form and change the form directly, because if you do something wrong, right, it will disturb the entire functionality. It will take time to fix it, right? Accidentally if you do some mistake, right?
Yes, sir.
What you need to do before going to do any changes, take a backup. Take a backup of this smart form or Adobe form. How can you take backup? How can you take backup? One thing is copy it into a, for example, one temporary form. Copy it into a one temporary form, so that you have a original version available in the form of other smart form. If something wrong with this form, you can use this, right? If you disturb anything, right? This is one way. Copy it into, same with programs. Same with programs also. When you are going to do some changes, since you are a beginner in SAP, don't directly go and do the changes. First take a copy of that program, right, and do the changes. Once it is working properly, then apply your changes to the original program. Clear?
Yes,
Since
sir.
you are a beginner,
Yes, sir.
you might do lot of mistakes, so that you should not disturb the existing functionality. That is your primary thing, right? The program which is running in production, you should not disturb that, right? For that reason, always take a copy of it and work on it, so that if something wrong with that, you can easily correct, right? So to copy smart forms, one way is copy it into a new form. The other way is you can download smart forms into one XML file. How to download? Here we have some option to download the form as a file. Okay? Upload form, download form. You can upload, you can create a smart form from a file. For example, you have created form in 2021 server. How can you create the same form in 2022? Simply download the form here, download the form name, give the form name, it will download. It will ask for the location where you want to download. I am taking a desktop. Provide the proper name, whatever the name you want. Click on save. Hello. Now go to desktop folder. You should be able to see the file which is created for this form. Go to desktop. So this is the form. Okay? You can use this file to create the smart form. You can upload this into any system and to create the smart form. For example, let me create a smart form. I've already a file, right? I've already a file. I'll use that file to create the smart form. Utilities upload form. Select the provide the name ZDemo form 1 continue. Now it should ask for a file. Select the file. Select the smart form file which, where you have taken as a backup. Select this. Hello. Save it. Now your form is ready. Right? So you can download Smart Forms or Adobe Forms in the form of files. Okay. So before going to do some changes, what you can do? Download form into for example with today's date. Sorry, here I need to provide the form name. Provide the form name, and here in the file, right, just use some date to remember 14/10/2023. Save it, right? And later if something wrong with the current changes, right, you can easily replace the existing changes with this with the new changes with our existing file. You can create a new form by using that file. Or you can also, like for example, if you ask your friend for help to create or to design a smart form, what he can do? He can create a smart form in his system, and he can send you that file, XML file, and you can upload it into your system. Okay. Clear? You can take backups of smart forms or Adobe Forms in the form of XML files, and you can create the smart form again whenever you need it. Always take backups of smart forms in the form of files. Okay. Now we have a smart form, right? How can you convert it as Adobe form? So I have an existing smart form which I am using in production, but going forward I want to upgrade that smart form as a Adobe form. Do you need to create it from beginning? That Adobe form?
No.
It will take time, right? So you can simply convert that smart form into Adobe form, but it's not going to convert
Yes, sir.
100%. You need to know, you need to do minor changes, 10% of changes, right? 90% of the functionality will be migrated to Adobe form. You need to do 10% changes to make it work. Okay. How to convert that? Select your Adobe, select your smart form, go to utilities, go to migration, as interactive form. Okay. Interactive form is nothing but which one? Adobe form. Okay. Interactive form is nothing but Adobe form. Export. What it is asking? In Adobe Forms we have two: form and interface, different things. In smart form and interface both are part of smart form only. You know form interface, right? Function module interface, import, export and everything. In smart forms, like in form interface, all those things are maintained, but in Adobe form, interface is maintained as a separate object. Provide the form name, Adobe form name and interface name. Click on continue. Select all the relevant options. Click on continue. So the smart form will be automatically converted into which one?
Adobe.
Adobe form. Now your Adobe form is ready. Go to SFP transaction code and access your Adobe form. Okay. Clear? This is how you can migrate smart form into Adobe form using migration option and interactive form option. Export. Clear?
Yes, sir.
For example, you accidentally save one object in local object, like local package. How can you change the package name? Using object dictionary entry. It is common for any object: programs, smart forms, data elements, domains. You can find object dictionary entry option to change the package name. Okay. Clear? Please remember all these options. These are very important when working in the projects. Okay. Can we convert SAP scripts into Adobe Forms? Not possible. Okay. We cannot convert scripts into Adobe Form, but we can convert SAP scripts into smart forms. Okay, we can convert SAP scripts into smart forms, but we cannot convert SAP scripts into Adobe Forms. If there is any existing SAP script, to replace that with Adobe Form, we need to create from the beginning. Okay, we need to create a new Adobe Form from the beginning. Clear? Guys, I'll send you this video. Please go through this multiple times because it is very important. These are the things very important when you are working in the projects. Okay.
Okay.
If it is a like that might be a custom form or standard form. Custom form will also contain a driver program. Standard forms will also contain a driver program. So standard forms contain standard driver program. Custom forms contains custom driver program, which we are going to create. If it is a standard form, driver program is already available. If you want to do any changes, you need to copy the driver program into custom program, and you need to copy the standard form into custom form, and replace these standard forms with the custom objects in which transaction code? NACE. Go to NACE transaction code, go to specific output type, and replace the custom forms with replace the standard forms with the custom forms.
Custom.
How to take backup of Adobe Forms or Smart Forms? In the form of XML files. You can also create new Smart Form or Adobe Form using these XML files. Okay? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Any questions? Okay. I'll send you this video, everyone. Please go through multiple times. These options, these are all navigations which you need to remember. Okay.